Today, we live in a world where authority is everything. We trust those with the right credentials, the right degrees, and the right titles. We assume they know better because they've passed through the system. But what if I told you that this entire system is fundamentally flawed? What if the very foundation of that authority, the educational and institutional structures behind it, are built on misunderstandings and flawed assumptions? In this world, credentialism has become the standard. Those with the right degrees are automatically seen as experts, but credentials alone don't guarantee real understanding. Many people with impressive titles are merely parroting the conclusions of a flawed system. They rely on their institutional backing, but in reality, they are separated from the truth. When we trust people solely because of their credentials, we fall into the trap of the fallacy of authority. In academia, this happens all the time. People argue that something is true because the experts say so. But this ignores the fact that the so-called experts are part of the same flawed system. Their authority rests on institutional recognition, not on their actual expertise. Grappling with reality, real expertise doesn't come from a degree on the wall. It comes from truly grappling with reality, understanding its complexity, and seeing through the lens of cause and effect. True experts exhibit real dominance over their field, not because they've been anointed by an institution, but because they've engaged with and understood the world in a way that's verifiable and repeatable. But instead of fostering this kind of true engagement, our institutions propagate misunderstanding. People succeed in this system by fitting into it, not by challenging it. This is how entire generations are educated on flawed assumptions, leaving them with incomplete tools to interpret reality. And the worst part, those who conform rise to positions of power, validating and perpetuating the misunderstanding even further. Knowledge wasn't always like this. It used to be a direct struggle with reality, a quest to unlock its secrets. True pioneers, thinkers like Galileo, Newton, and Darwin, were wrestling with nature, pushing the boundaries of what we know. But as time went on, the focus shifted. Instead of challenging the world around us, we started relying on a system of authority, driven by institutional validation, not real engagement with truth. Just like in the game of telephone, the original insights of these pioneers have been watered down, distorted, and simplified over time. The people who run today's institutions aren't necessarily the ones who understand the reality those insights came from. They're just the ones who've mastered repeating what the system expects of them. Your conception of authority is wrong. So, as we begin to unpack these issues, remember, the academic and scientific authorities you assume to be reliable are not what they appear. Your conception of authority is fundamentally flawed, and in the upcoming discussions, we will challenge these misconceptions. True understanding begins when we question the legitimacy of those in power and seek to re-engage with reality on our own terms. Question authority, seek real understanding. The future depends on it.